Hello. It's 2022. At the fire burning all by the fireside. By the fireside for spooky Halloween stories. But first, we're going to look in the bowl. I've even got my pumpkin with me. See it? There he is. And a Russian cuckoo clock in the background. This is very spooky. So we're going to see what we can see in the bowl tonight. Wow. The energy's lifting and it's getting better. There's been a lot of tension and there'll be a release after this. And we'll all be back to normal. All the spooky clocks in the background. What do I see? Oh, we're in for a cold spell in about a week. I see that. It's the time to look after our pets. And you can see the fire. There's going to be a... Be careful of the fires, bonfire night. As one door closes, another door opens. I see some of you getting new homes, new houses, moving this year to pastures new, and it'll be a good move for one of you. And I get the letter M. I've got a message for someone who does art and crafts. You need to add something to that to make money. I see some sort of new computer coming out. It's not a laptop, it's not a mobile phone, it's just some sort of new computer. Handheld. But it's better than a mobile phone. It's quicker. And now, that's all I'm doing with the bowl, because really tonight is ghost story night. And I'm going to take you back to April 1973. It's April 1973. I've just turned 11. My mother used to play with Ouija boards. She was fascinated by them. And of course I had every interest, but I wasn't allowed. So she used to go around to friends' houses and do Ouija board Thursdays and Fridays. And I had to play in the garden outside till they were finished. And it would go on for about an hour. This Friday in April, she went to one of her friends' houses, and I was trying to look through the window. They had all the curtains closed, and she told me that they had an upturned glass with all the letters of the alphabet and numbers in a circle. Anyway, after we toddled home, tea time, then I was babysat and my mum and dad went out. Next thing I knew, they come to pick me up. They were all happy and jolly. They'd had a lovely evening. My dad carried me home and I fell asleep on him. And he put me to bed. I wake up in the morning and there's blood everywhere. In the dining room. I know I'm upstairs. My mum's gone and my dad says she's in hospital. He often joked and I thought he was joking, but he wasn't. It was deadly serious. And apparently she'd hemorrhaged a lot of blood and they don't know why she was in hospital. So off we went to see her. And she was hooked up, had lost a lot of blood. And they thought she'd had a burst ulcer or something. And they never did find out. She was in hospital for months. I had to go and stay with an aunt for about 5 weeks. And she also went to a convalescence home afterwards. She was so ill. In fact, she was 29 years old, and when I went to the hospital, I didn't even recognise her. She looked about 60 years old. She looked pale, frail. really ill. I mean, it was awful. She just held I just put my hand out to her and held her hand, and that was it. Well, anyway, when she was better, when I came back from my auntie's and things got back to normal and she'd recovered to a point, they still didn't know what was wrong with her. She was telling me on that Friday she'd been at the Ouija board and she wondered if they were pushing the glass. So she decided to ask a question, only she would know and they wouldn't know. So she said, I want to ask a question to my father, and I want to tell him one day he went out, because he always got me a bun every day, and he went out, but it didn't have the flavour I liked, and he came in with another one. Anyway, the glass started moving by itself. They had the fingers on it, but these people possibly couldn't have known this. She hadn't known them all her life. They were friends she'd made when she'd moved. This was in Skelmersdale. And apparently it said yes, and my mum's name is Doris. I said, hello Doris, it's your father Walter. I'm lonely without you, it's dark here. And he said, in answer to your question, it was a strawberry bun. And he always liked chocolates, and her dad died when she was 4, and she never liked anything strawberry flavour after that, because that reminded her of that eventful day. Anyway, that night is after she'd played the Ouija board. That's when she collapsed unknown, just hemorrhaged a lot of blood and ended up in hospital, 29 years old. After her father had sent her the message of, it's lonely here, Doris, I wish you were with me. It's dark and I'm alone. The next story involves my mother again. She told me this a few times. Apparently, when I was 3, and that would have been in 1965, she had to go to the dentist to have a tooth out. And she was anaesthetised. Gas. They used to have gas in them days to have your teeth out. And in this, she saw a silver cord from her body going up into the heavens, into the sky. And she saw a park, and she saw a grandmother, my nan's mother, her mother's mother, her grandmother, my great-grandmother, in the park. And she was talking to my mum, and she said, when you come here, you come into the park, and your memories fade. And there was other people there, and they said, cross the line. Once we cut your silver cord, you come back here. And my mum said, well, no, I'm only 21. And I don't want to cross the silver line. I want to go back to my husband and daughter. I'm only 21. Anyway, she saw as they let her go, and it gradually faded away, and she gradually felt herself going back into her body. But as she was going back, she saw a red car, and on the number plate it just had 66. So she took that to mean either am I going to die in 1966, or she thought maybe it's a warning not to go in a red car. Now, the last time she related that story to me was about 25 years ago. And she died in 2011, age 66. And remember, she saw the number on the back of the car, 66. I've seen many things. I think that's enough for today. I'm telling you them two. I've got others I'll save for next time. So enjoy your Halloween. I'm going to watch a Halloween film called Halloween, made in 2018. So bye for now, and I hope you enjoyed that.